Hi everyone, Luttrell here. We're ready for Module 4, or excuse me, Lesson 4, the final lesson in Module 1. We've covered new features in the PowerPoint 07 in Module 1, or Lesson 1, excuse me. We covered components. We went into those components a little bit more, the navigational components, in Lesson 2. And in Lesson 3, I reiterated some of Don McMillan's things to avoid in building a presentation. This is Lesson 4, and we're going to actually design and just create a small little PowerPoint presentation. So follow along here. You can go to your Start menu, like so. Go to All Programs, Microsoft Office, and then PowerPoint option. PowerPoint interface will open, and since I started a new one in the last module, that's the way it opened up, so I didn't have to click to add the first slide. Now if I wanted to add another slide, see, this is a title slide, so let's say I'm going to make a presentation called PowerPoint Presentations. So I click in that box, and then I just type my text like so. PowerPoint presentations. Right? Now let's say I had a misspelling, just to have an object lesson there. Notice it's not misspelled right now while I'm in the box, but if I click out of the box and back into it, it shows up with the red squiggly line under it that indicates that it's misspelled. So you can right click on it there and correct the spelling, or you could go to your View tab up here on the ribbon, Review tab, and hit the spelling button. Or as I showed you in a previous module, I had it added to my Quick Launch bar. So if you have it added to your Quick Launch bar, you can do it there. But most of the time you can just click out of it and click back in it and correct it. But it's just something to note, because you might misspell something and it might look right, or you might not even notice it and then go on to the next slide and then it will be misspelled. So you need to review your slides later after you're done with your entire presentation. So let's pick a subtitle here, how to get started, maybe, I don't know, anything will do. Oh, that looks like a misspelling to me. And there it is. See, you can see spell check works here just as well as it does in Office. Now over here on the left, this slide is highlighted, but if I want to add a slide, I could click this and it will populate other slide types. Like if I want to add a picture or a graph or a chart or something from another program like Excel, I'd want to have a blank slide instead of having these text boxes already in there. Or if I needed to do a comparison of two charts, I might set up this columns type of format. Or if I wanted a title only, or anyway, whatever works for your presentation, right here would be where you'd set that up. So let's insert a picture. I've got a blank document here, or a blank page. I want to insert a picture. I would merely go to the Insert tab. I'd go to Picture, and I'll go to the sample pictures here and just choose one. That looks like a good one. Let's resize that a little bit. It's kind of big. Now let's say I need a text box in there. So let's say that's my daughter and that was from our trip out west, and I wanted to insert a text box. So I go to the Insert tab, click a text box, and then click once and then just start typing. Trip to, I don't know, where's that look like? Kansas. So we went on a trip to Kansas. 2010. Oh wait, let's say 9, because it's just summer now. So there you go. Now if you wanted to make that text bigger, you could see how I highlighted that with the crosshairs. If it's a dotted line, it's inside the box, but if you want the whole box selected, you need to set it on there until you get the crosshairs, and then you can go up here and you could change the text size to whatever. There you go. So you've inserted a picture, you've inserted a text box. So you've started a presentation with your title slide, you've inserted a blank slide, put a picture on it, and a text box. Now let's insert another slide. So we go up here, insert a slide, and we've got a to content slide. Let's put that in there. I don't know. Let's see, what could we put in there? We could insert a smart art. Let's do that. I showed you smart art in one of the modules. Let's put a cycle in here. This looks good. We could add a pie cycle, or a pie chart rather. Now see that? Actually what I did just then, just shrunk one side of the pie. Now here's another thing, is you can change the colors, because that's kind of ugly. So let's add color to it, and then let's say we wanted to change this text to 1, 2, and 3. I don't know, I'm just making this stuff up as I go, but the point is that you're learning how to just navigate through here and do some of this stuff. Let's put another kind of chart over here, a bar chart. That's good. I'm waiting for it to populate. Wow, I don't need this open right now, because that's a little advanced, and that'll be covered in the advanced module. So I believe they are going to cover charting in there a lot more. So, and you can see, you can actually click on each one of these, or you can open the properties back open where you just were, and format the chart area, and change the name of those series and the categories and so on and so forth. So here's a comparison chart though. Let's say we had a business meeting and we had to show people a comparison of two different programs. So that would be a comparison chart that we might throw in there. Let's say we want to add one more slide. I don't know, just a title only slide. Call it the summary slide. I don't know. There we go. And maybe we want to move that down because it doesn't look centered. Let's put them grid lines back on there. That was under review. No, view, grid lines. So we want to move that down to about center. I don't know. That's about center. So we can remove the grid lines if you want. You don't have to. And go back to Home tab. It's just a good place to stay because a lot of your stuff happens on the Home tab. So now we've built a 4-slide presentation. Let's say we don't like black and white slides though. Let's go to the Design tab here and choose a color. Say this blue one. Now that'll apply it to all slides. And there you go. Now we have a presentation. Now we want to say look at these slides in slide sorter view because I don't like the order they're in. I actually want this slide over here. No, I need the summary slide at the end, so I put that over there. So I've rearranged, so I've got work before pleasure, right? So now I go back here and I go back through my slides one more time and I check my spellings and stuff, and you can see by choosing the theme it rearranged where my text boxes and things went, and it even changed the color of my tables and charts. So just be aware that stuff will change, and that's the other reason to go through and review your slides after you've built your presentation, and more than once. And sometimes I even have somebody else look at them. Now let's look at it in slideshow view. Now I had the summary slide selected, so I'm going to hit escape because it'll start on whatever slide selected. Now I want to hit the slideshow view, and there's my slide 1. Very nice contrast, good use of color schemes. Your comparison chart. Yes, I went on this job and this is the work I did and this is how much it cost, and that was the return on investment. And then I went on a vacation with my daughter and we went to Kansas. And are there any questions? That's pretty much how to build a down and dirty quick PowerPoint presentation. Now it's not all inclusive. There's a lot of other things that you can learn about PowerPoint, and they'll be to follow in future modules, but we talked about some of the basics and where to find those things. Hope to see you in the future. Bye.